Hello there. Today we're going to make the soup that we made in the Salvation Army yesterday. Some people have asked for the recipe, so I'm going to show you a version of that soup. So we're going to need some beef. Now this beef has been boiled. I did it in a pressure cooker because it's cheaper to do it that way. So you want to boil it until it's really sort of like corned beef, really. Okay. Keep the stock that you boiled it in, or the water you boiled it in. That's going to be the base of your soup. We've got a couple of onions. We've got 5 cloves of garlic all chopped up. We've got some carrot, some neeps or Swedes, whatever you want to call them. Some celery, some leeks from the garden. We've got some red lentils, smoked paprika, Italian mixed herbs, bay leaf, oxo cubes. I've got a bowl of chopped fresh tomatoes because I've got lots, but, you know, a tin will do. I've got half a cup of flour, half a cup of oil. Yesterday we put pinhead oats in, but I took the precaution of running out of pinhead oats, so we're not going to put pinhead oats in. So that's basically what it's going in. Obviously there's going to be salt and pepper and that sort of thing. So let's start cooking. Right, the start of this soup, make sure your windows are open, especially if you've got the smoke alarms all fitted out like we have. Thank you, Mrs. Sturgeon. Make sure your windows are open because this will smoke. You have to make a dark brown roux, or Cajun roux if you like. Basically it involves cooking flour until it's chocolate coloured, and that will create a bit of smoke. So if the smoke alarm goes off, sorry about that, but we'll turn it off. Okay, so you need a nice hot pan. Use a pan that's quite thick at the bottom, or a heavier pan, and it's going to be big enough for all your soup. Avoid using a low pan because this roux can spit a little bit. So, and it will burn you if you get it. So be extra careful with this. Okay, so we've got a hot pan. We're going to put the half a cup of olive oil in. So that's the same amount of oil as flour. There we go. Now we want that to smoke a little bit, want it really hot. Now we're going to put the flour in, and do not leave the pan once the flour goes in. It is going to burn, but that's we want it to. Be very careful stirring this. It is dangerous. So we're going to cook this out until it's chocolate brown. Okay, you can see it's beginning to colour now. This is not brown. This is beige or caramel. So it's got to be a lot darker than this. But beware it goes quickly. Have your onions and garlic ready to throw in. Now you can see the smoke coming off. I expect the alarms to go any second, even though I've got the windows open. It's very nearly there. You can see it's gone sandy. If you don't do this enough, you won't get the rich colour and flavour that the soup really wants. We're after a rich, dark, beefy soup. A proper winter's day affair. Very nearly there now. Okay, the alarm just went off. It's probably going to go again. But you can see that's a deep brown colour now. So in with the onions. Now we cook these onions until they're translucent. That will not take long because the temperature of that oil and flour in there is very high. So we're just cooking these down now. The danger point's passed. It should stop smoking any second. As I say, you have to do that to get the right effect. So into those onions and garlic, we're going to pop our smoked paprika and our herbs and the bay leaf. Still cooking that out. Going to let this cook for a minute before we add anything else. Okay, they've cooked out for about a minute or so. I'm going to add the tomatoes. Give them a good stir in. And then the water from the boiling the beef, you're going to pour that in now. It's just like making a cheese sauce or a white sauce, you know the score. There you go, pop it all in. Now when that comes to the boil, I'm going to add all the veggies. Okay, that's near as boiling, so I'm going to throw in, I'm putting in 6 OXO cubes. You can put less in and then taste it and see if you want more, but I really like the flavour, so I'm putting 6 in. There we go. Incidentally, if you're buying OXO cubes, the Iceland Food Warehouse is doing a bucket of them for about £6. It's a lot cheaper than the little packets. Okay, into there as well, I've got the beef, and all I've done with the beef is I've crumbled it up, just like that. I don't want cubes and I don't want puree. So that will give you, each mouthful should have a nice bit of beef in it. We've got the lentils going in. Pretend we're putting in the pinhead oats. Oh, splash. There we go. And then all the veggies, your carrot, your swede or neeps, celery. The leeks, incidentally, are from the wife's garden. She'll kill me when she finds out. There we go. Now, all we're going to do is pop a little bit of salt and pepper in there. As always, sea salt, not the chemicals. Now look, if you've got any other bits of veg that you want to throw them in. You know, a bit of cabbage, peas, bit of pepper, anything like that, throw them in. There we go, and all we're going to do now is cook that until all those veggies are nice and soft and all the flavours have come out. You can see already it's beginning to get a good beefy colour to it. So this should take, I don't know, 40 minutes maybe. So we'll talk later. Okay, everything's softened up. It's all nice and ready really. I've checked the seasoning. I added a tiny bit more pepper, but no more salt. And look, can you see how much goodness is in? Oh no, you can't. Go away, steam. There you go. So just ready to serve. This is just what you need on a winter's day. Nice hunk of freshly cooked bread as well. I've got some of the bread I cooked last night to show you the sandwiches. So there you go. Hearty beefy soup.